Hey everyone, just coming back on to talk to you a little bit about something that's going to be coming up. Um, this doesn't really have to pertain to weight loss per se. It is something coming up in March. I'm going to be having a hysterectomy on March 28th. This has been a decision I've wanted for a little while. I actually wanted it. I'm trying to think of how long ago I wanted this. 2 or 3 years ago. But they told me I was, how do I want to put this? Too heavy. Well, if you were a little lighter, I'd feel safer performing the surgery. I'm thinking, I'm heavier now. They feel safer doing the surgery now. How ironic, right? Anyways, so apparently they feel safer doing the surgery now. And so, granted, when we talked about having the surgery, I was heavier than I am now. So they're going to be surprised, probably, when they find out that I am a lot less at the time of surgery than they anticipated, probably. I'll give you a little backstory about this. When I first became sexually active, I was on the depot shot. And if anyone is familiar with the depot shot makes you gain weight. And obviously, an overweight woman does not need to gain any more weight. So I was on that for quite some time in my teens, well, late teens to early-ish when I got off of it. And I was off of it for quite some time, probably up until the time I had my son, probably at 23. But, so after I had my son, obviously I wanted to figure out some form of birth control. I never used the pill. I was never good at taking medication, so the pill was not an option for me. And the pill was not an option after I had my son because I had high blood pressure. So that was something. And then by that time, we took the depot right off the table because of the weight gain. So that was a no-go. So lo and behold, we talked options. And one of those options was the Marina. My sister had gotten the Marina. 2 of my sisters had gotten the Marina. My stepmom had gotten the Marina. By that point, I don't think my stepmom had any issues with it. My other sister didn't. I don't actually know if it was the Marina that my older sister had, or if it was a different kind of like IUD type thing. But regardless, I got the Marina. I'd say a year and a half to 2 years later, some issues started arising with my Marina. I can't remember if it was some cramping, some period irregularity. I wasn't a fan. And I went to the gynecologist. They tried to check it out. We can't find it. Well, that's not good. So they used an internal ultrasound and fished for the IUD, which had shifted, they said, and just moved out of place. Wasn't embedding, to their knowledge. Okay. The way it seemed, they needed to get it out immediately. Probably before it did embed. We'll say that. They told me it didn't ever embed, it just shifted. I'll take their word for it. I'm fine. There's no damage. Anyways, I had unprotected sex. I had protected sex from, let's see, the time I was 25 until the time I was 30. One-ish, I guess. 31-ish. No baby. I'm going to chalk it up to one, my body just wasn't having another baby. They always told me I was too fat. Everything's always you're too fat. I just think of it as it was never the right time. And I'm okay with that. Now I've come to terms with it. There was a lot of times I'm like, I would have liked to give my son a sibling. He's asked many times for a brother. He's not really asked for a sister. A couple times, he's asked for a brother or a sister, but a little more recently too, he still said, and I've had to talk to him and say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to give you a brother or sister. These are the reasons. 1, about my body. 2, mom's not with somebody, permanently. Mom's not going to be with somebody anytime in the future. If mom was to be with somebody, I would want them to be a good father figure and as good of a dad as your dad. So if I was to have another child, it would be with his father, who does not want more children. So there's that. And we're not together. And so, anyways, so we've talked about it. I'm open and honest about stuff like that. No more babies for mama. So I had the Marina for the second time. I talked to the gynecologist about my concerns about the first time. I did not want that to happen again. I did not want it to shift. Okay, here's our plan. We're going to go in. You're going to have a DNC. If you're not familiar with a DNC, they basically give you some kind of drug to relax you and a pain med. You go in, and it's basically kind of like an abortion. Even if you're not pregnant, you have your whole inside scraped out. So they made sure everything was fresh. It was like a fresh slate, clean slate going in. So they inserted the IUD, made sure it was placed correctly. Well, apparently, my body does not like the Marina IUD. Oh, well, I'll say just about the same timeline. Was not even in for 2 years. And my body's trying to push that fucker out. Excuse my language, but that's exactly what happened. It was trying to push it out. So, here I am. I've exhausted all options for birth control. Besides abstinence. I'm basically abstinent now. But we're gonna put this on the table. Periods since 11 years old, and here I am almost 35. Never been a fan of them. It's the worst part about being a woman. I'm not going to have more babies. There's so many people that say, oh, are you sure you're not gonna regret your decision? You sure you're not gonna want any more kids? I'm almost 35. My son is 11. I'm not with anybody. I'm not in a relationship. I'm not gonna just go get pregnant from some Joe Schmo off this street. Kids are expensive. They're a lot of work. Mentally, emotionally, physically, monetarily, all that. I love my son, and I'm so glad he has a good dad in his life. We can co-parent. but I'm not going to just have a baby with just anybody. And at this age, and with my son being 11, the time has passed for that. As sad as it can be sometimes. So, the point of my video is talk about, so I go to see them and do a pre-op about March 8th, and I talk about, you know, going in, what to expect, and all that stuff. Probably, I guess, like, how long it's going to take to recover, and, yeah, all that stuff. So, I'm hoping, I mean, I'm going to guess that my weight loss surgery is not going to be until, like, sometime in June. So, I mean, having this surgery so early is going to be very helpful. So, I'm so excited for all of this. I'm like, taking care of myself, and I have that psychologist appointment in the morning. It's almost 10 o'clock at night. I should probably be in bed, but here I am talking to you, talking to a computer, to a video I'm not sure I'm going to post, but I may. But yeah, drinking a protein shake for dinner because I was busy cleaning during my dinner time. So protein shake it is for dinner, but it's okay because I had a good lunch and a good breakfast, and I'm not like really belly hungry or anything, so this will just keep me satisfied through the evening and not waking up like, oh, I need some food. So yep, so that's where we're at with that. Hopefully after this year I don't have to have any more surgeries, but we'll see, because I mean, weight loss surgery is a big deal, and I'm hoping, you know, they don't have to go back in and do anything. I'm excited to see what kind of surgery they suggest, and I would really like the gastric bypass because it's going to give me the best results and the most long-term results. But yeah, so yeah, that's where we're at, and again, thanks for watching. Bye.